Let me just quickly do a few more last minute settings here. And we are going live in just 2 seconds. Whenever I can find the right button here. Filipovic, are you here?
I am here, James Carter.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That seems that's working now. I just changed the quality of my stream again because some people were complaining about lag. I hope it's better now. If not, I'll have to do one more change to get it all the way back to what I had last time.
Well, I think you were testing on a pretty full server, so it might be better when we only have the small server with the password and less people joining.
I'm not sure that makes a difference on my stream, but we'll see. Just let me know in the chat or on Steam, wherever you want, to tell me whether it's still lagging now or not. I'm already logged into the server, as you can see, and we have a new little scenario, a new feature here. You can now, besides me, also see Filipovic.
Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to say you might want to wave to the camera there. I'm on the right, the guy with the hand. We all have hand, right? What are we casting today? We're casting the European TWL finals. You might want to tell us which teams are playing and how they got there.
Yes, that's very right. Tonight we'll be casting, and thank you for putting me on the spot because we have two teams which are pretty hard to say, I would reckon. We have the Portuguese side called PLAYHARD. They've been facing actually three other teams to get here to the finals. They've been facing the Black Bulldogs, the French team. Sorry, not French team, but the French and Belgium team with a score of 7-3, and then they played against the HJS and beat them convincingly 7-0. Then finally, in the semi-final, they faced the God's favorite from Germany 7-2.
Yay, Germany.
Yeah, and on the against the PLAYHARD tonight we have, let me not try to fuck this up, Super Sick Next Level Legion Squadron Team Bros.
Hey, you're getting pretty good at this now.
Yeah, but I had to actually go into the team page and just read it out loud. So the short handle for them is SNLSTB. For tonight, we'll just call them Next Level. And to get to the final, they faced off Stay Low in the first round, beating them 7-1. In the quarterfinal, they beat LSTS from Italy 7-4. And then finally, the Comfos 7-4 also. This means that these two teams will face each other for the first Team Warfare Open Beta Tournament final and to be crowned as the best European team of the moment. It'll be very, very interesting to see. I think that these teams have somewhat a similar skill level, and we'll definitely have to figure out which one of these two is the champion. And to figure out which of these two are the champion, it will be on Watchdogs, and Watchdogs is the map they've been playing for the whole tournament. What can you tell me about this map?
I can tell you that this is the map every game in this tournament has been played so far because it's Watchdog only, very simple as that. It's an interesting map. Let me just show you guys in-game maybe instead of looking at our ugly faces. There we go. So we have a typical assault against defense setup. On the left side here is assault spawn, and all the way over here is a defense spawn. You have an objective, as you can see here, X in the middle of this building. And there are a few routes on assault you can take to get to that. You can either go all the way towards the left side here into the police station, which is this building. You can obviously go rush down here and try to get into the basement, usually done either through this window or maybe through this door. You can come from the spawn is over there, like I said, go up this stairs here and either go inside, we call this shipping here, or go out around the building. And of course there's the way, you can actually use the firehouse in this version of the map. But you can go all the way back around here and go either up this huge alley of death is what I'm going to call this now. It's my first new name. And we have the watchtower ramp back here where you can also move up and look at the so crucial, maybe not that crucial, but Overwatch position, which is this one up here, as you can read if you know English. That is the map. You have very different possibilities to play the game actually, which I think is very interesting. If you remember our first North American match that we casted, we had one team playing on defense here super aggressively, like you saw multiple times. pushing police station and way beyond, even into the spawn of the other team, and just completely took them apart. I guess they just didn't expect that aggressive behavior. And then we had a match 2 days ago, I think, maybe 3, and where both teams played pretty cautious. And we had multiple times where people would sit back here in spawn area, just cover each other in different ways, and just let the time run down until they had to make their move, the other team. So I'm very curious what we're going to see tonight. What would you expect?
Yeah, it's as you pointed out, very very difficult to predict anything. Both the two other semifinals of the North American League just proved to be two completely different play style. But it just worked out perfectly well for either team. There's not one strategy which is better than the other. We have to say though that they only play 6 rounds on each side and have to make the best out of that. Which means that mixing it up pretty fast, having one strategy in the beginning, one strategy already in round number 2, I think that's where we're going to see teams that have been playing and training and really trying to mix up the strategy rather than just having 2 teams which just been practicing one strategy, and that one strategy is going to be the one that's going to kind of prevail throughout each round. I think that out of the actually the small information that I got from the PLAYHARD guys and the next level guys is that no, both teams have been preparing quite a bit in order to plan some strategies, actually scrimming against other teams in order to find what works best for them and their play style. Also, another thing is that both teams have a roster which is a tiny bit bigger than the 5 versus 5 we're going to see tonight. So I just think it's going to be interesting to see which 5 players got picked out of each team to bring the title home.
Yeah, I have throughout the years playing this game, this series, let's say, I've seen mixed reactions from people when you come down to casted matches. Sometimes people say, hey, how about you guys play, because then I can watch the cast. But most people say, no, I really want to play because I want to be casted. So it'll be interesting. Why is someone in the server already?
Yes, some of the PLAYHARD are actually already joining up on the server. That's good because we might be able to start on time this time. Match start is set in 7 minutes at, well, yeah, 7 minutes. It will still be 7 minutes for the stream, despite the fact that we had to put on some delay in order to avoid any sort of cheating. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, I know that there's a chat going on Twitch TV if you want, and some of these questions might be lost in a lot of the different chat going on. So if you want to have some specific question that you want to get an answer, try to tweet it to us. I'm at Filipovic, and James Carter is at Dennis Backhouse. Sorry for the pronunciation.
That wasn't actually that bad.
But then you will be able to see what you have to say, and then probably pick it up either along the way as we're casting, if we have some dead time, otherwise after the match, and then hopefully get all the information that you want to be brought up here on the stream.
One more piece of information for you guys. I just realized I don't actually have to press my push to talk button anymore, right? You can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you type, so I
God,
suppose
that's much better. So far, we've always been on TeamSpeak, and I think it was the TeamSpeak of one of the teams, so we're obviously not doing that tonight anymore. We are connected on Skype, so that'll be much better. So we also have a video of him. However, I can give you one more piece of Path of Death. Yeah, Valley of Doom, call it what you want, RayMD. Maybe you have a better name for it. Yeah, okay, let's do this. If any one of you has a better name for this area here, where the 3 tire stacks are going up this little ramp here, I'm starting with Valley of Doom, Path of Death. Let me know if you have something better. Post it in the chat, we'll read it out. Just looking at the chat, by the way, I see that we have at least 2 of the developers in there right now, game developers for America's Army. The roster and also Grandish, who is called Doc, has his in-game handle. So feel free to either bash them as much as you can about the game, tell them what you want changed, or just make fun of them just because. I don't know why. And until the game starts.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic that the devs are trying to. I mean, it's Sunday. They also have a weekend, and for them, America's Army is not just a pastime; it's actually work. But they have, they're actually using their free time to see some more America's Army. I think that's fantastic. So, kudos to you guys, and shout out to the devs.
Maybe one more piece of information. I've seen a lot of you guys have already done it. We are up to 60 plus viewers right now, which is nice because the game hasn't even started yet. If you would do us the favor, click that little follow button at the bottom left of the video. It will help us. Once we get enough viewers regularly, we can get a much better quality. We can bring you this whole thing in HD quality if once we get there. That's down the road, of course, you know that. But every little click helps. It doesn't cost you anything, and all it does, it sends you an email whenever we go live. And I think that would be great to have some more followers here. Hello, Fixie. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, actually, what I really want to do is, I mean, this is obviously the final of the European League, but we also up for some ideas. If you got like great idea on how to promote America's Army, other than just the social media and the occasional stream that we are having running, give us these ideas, and we'll definitely try to make it work in the future.
Yeah, very true. Keep in mind, like we already said, we have this 2-minute delay, so if you're talking to us in the chat, it'll probably take a while until you hear our answer, unless we answer there directly. I get one suggestion here from, I can hardly read that, Nopland Silver Server. Death Valley for chickens. Why chickens?
That's bad for chickens because I don't know. Whenever you run in there, you're probably gonna get your head chopped off or shot off, and then you'll be just running around like a chopped chicken.
That could be it. I was more thinking in terms of Counter-Strike Go, where they, on some of the public maps at least, have chickens running around now. And latestly, because it was Halloween, they all have a little ghost costume on. It looks ridiculous. So you sometimes see on the streams when the professionals play each other that they just keep running around killing the chickens when they have nothing else to do. It looks like we are restarting the map here, so I'm hoping we are starting soon. Valley of Doom is certainly appropriate, said Roster.
Otherwise, I think I'll just tell you which 5 players we have of the next level squad playing tonight.
Yeah.
We'll be having TDD. TDD, well, actually, if his whole name is a whole lot of TDD, but let's say TDD for the match here tonight from Poland. And then we'll be having Omar. Omar, I don't know where he's exactly from in Europe. And then from Slovakia, correct me if I'm wrong, Filka.
I think that's
from
correct.
Italy,
Maybe
Wanted.
Czech Republic though, but I think it's Slovakia.
Okay, and then Wanted from Italy, and finally the team founder, I think, Bart from the Netherlands.
Who allows Bart to be a team founder? I mean, seriously?
Yeah, I think he's the one that kind of brought it up.
You think he's paying? You think he's paying his guys to join his team and wear his tag?
No, but actually, well, we played with him today. Well, he's not that bad, but he's definitely
not that bad.
No, but he's definitely the type of players, as we've been talking before, that he might not be the one that just goes in, grabs the mouse, and being able to be a fantastic player from the get-go, but he definitely works on becoming a better aimer. He's a very thorough in the way he plays. I know him a lot from the old AA2 days. He's been, well, at the end he was just had an amazing skill, but he's also one that has that game sense. I don't know if it's if it's just something that, you know, he's got some pro senses that he can just see where the players are before they even know they're gonna go there. I mean, his senses are just amazing when it comes to that, to reading the game. And then I think TDD is the one on their team which has impressed me the most when it comes to aiming and being able to just have an amazing aim. I haven't played with the others. I know Wanted as well. Wanted used to be on my team for a very short period of time. Also a great player.
Yeah, going back to Bart for a second here. First, Art N is constantly trying to shout out to Bart, make it 20 bomb tonight. So here you go, Art, there it is. You're right, Bart is one of those guys who might not always get the most kills on the server, but he has an incredible game sense. And if you just hear me making fun of him, that's really only because I really like his company. I mean, he's a fun guy and he's a good player. So don't get me wrong there. Wouldn't actually bash him here on the video cast for real. So I'm looking forward to both teams actually. It's not only Bart, it's also Exit on the other team, who are pretty good tactical minds in my opinion, and I'm sure both have prepared some nice grenades, maybe some nice strategies for tonight's game. And I can't wait to start.
Yeah, well, now that you mentioned grenades, one guy that is really, really good at these grenades is the guy that just got on the server,
Wanted?